Hey there, on this September 11th, my heart goes out to you. I just want to commemorate this time, very humble time in our nation. So many people were impacted, so many things changed, and I just want to express my feelings around 9/11. I walked in my daughter Kyla's bedroom and she showed me this video, and I thought I'd start by showing you this.
Yeah, I'd rather be a lover than a fighter.
On an airplane that's been hijacked and things go well, looking good. I just want to know and absolutely love you. I want you to hear it so absolutely. Thanks to my parents and everybody. And I just totally love you and hope you like that. Bye, babe.
What an amazing video and a reminder of what 9/11 meant to so many people, and I was amazed that Kyla was even getting emotional over it when she hadn't even been born yet. So I thought I would just share with you where I was on 9/11 when that terrorist attack happened and what my world was like, just for the sake of sharing it, and then just to give a little respect for those that were impacted by 9/11, the families who lost family members, and for anyone right now during COVID that is struggling from a mental health place. My heart goes out to you. You see, when 9/11 happened, I had just left the Tony Robbins organization. I was working for him, and I had put in my 2 weeks notice, and I said, hey, mom and dad, to my in-laws, I said, can we move into your house? And so we moved into their house. We had Bryce as a child, and my wife was really 9 months pregnant. And soon after being there for a couple weeks, my wife gave birth to Connor, our second son, and we were sleeping on September 10th. We happened to blow up a blow-up mattress, and we're sleeping in the front room with Bryce and the baby and me and mom, and we were in front of the TV. That's just where there was some space we could blow up the mattress. And I remember we were sleeping in that morning, and Dad came out, my father-in-law, and said, TJ, look at the TV. And he flipped on the TV, and then we could see everything about 9/11. My heart sunk. I thought, oh my gosh, we're being attacked. I was thankful to be with my family, right? That was one of the things I was very grateful for. But since then, I just knew at that time that the world was going to change, and it did. And I just want to just put a thought out there about how appreciative I am to the family members who lost loved ones on this particular day. My heart goes out to you. And for anyone suffering now with COVID-19, being quarantined as long as we are, everybody is struggling with it differently. We need to show kindness. We need to show empathy. Everybody deals with this time of change in different ways. It was Paul Harvey that once said, in times like these, remember, there have always been times like these. I mean, I only imagine what it must have been like for millions of families in America in 1944 or 1945. I've spent the last couple weeks watching all the HD videos, colored videos of World War II, and trying to draw some patterns and some things with it, and seeing what history has to teach us. And I've just been blown away. And here's one thing that I know. We got through that, and we became stronger because of it. On 9/11 and the months after that, we became stronger as a nation. We pulled together. We started to notice and look for each other's good instead of their bad. And we're in a culture right now with the political season where there's so much negativity. My thought is, we need to focus on being kind. We need to focus on respect. We need to focus on building people and not looking for the problems. I had Jason Harris on my podcast yesterday. That podcast will come out. And he said, he brought up the point that 99% of our DNA is exactly the same. There's only a difference of 1%. And we need to get back to focusing on the 99% and not focusing on the 1%. Let today be a humble reminder that if we allow pride to get out of whack, things can fall down quickly. We call that the pride cycle. And so Let's look for the good. Let's be good. Let's lift people. Let's be kind. And let's recognize that there are people hurting out there and that we can be a force for good for them. All right? I wish you the best. And may you go out there and unleash your greatness within. Podcast listeners, thanks for listening. You've taken time out of your schedule, and I really appreciate it. Now, do me a favor. If you like what you heard, star it. Thanks. Now go unleash your greatness within.
GreatnessWithin.com